Hey guys, Brenny here, and welcome to a hardcore. Now, this episode is going to be featuring lots of Nether, but I did want to cover what I have done in between episodes. I have completed this pathway. I love it. It's just so awesome. I did a bit of it in a live stream, and the thing is, like, it's so, like, I need to get Nether quartz to make the andesite. Every time I say it, I feel like I'm saying it wrong. But yeah, that takes quite a fair bit. So while we're in the Nether, we'll try to collect as much quartz as we can. But we're actually going to be looking for, one second, a spot to make a wither skeleton farm so we can get unlimited wither skulls. By the way, there was a stone brick block right there, and I got it. I can't remember who, but someone was like, "You're missing a block. You don't know where it is," and they were having a ripe old giggle. Another thing I did was mark out a bigger sized general store because, like I said, if the walls are slightly, don't know what all these inner blocks are. That's an, oh, no, I do, alright. Whoa, I'm not actually happy with the sizing here. There's a bit too small of a gap. But yeah, hopefully the general store is the correct size now. Obviously, it's going to be something I play around with. I have got ourselves some potions, flint and steel. There's an ender chest in there. I've actually located the nether fortress I do want to go and conquer. And yeah, I made a beginning pathway there, and it's going to be good. You know, we're going to be right into it and searching. And I've got a lot of crap I want to speak about, so that will be great as well. I think this will be more of a chill episode, so if that's not your kind of thing, feel free not to watch. Feel free to leave a like and a comment though, because that's always appreciated. I always forget to remind people to subscribe a bit earlier on in the video, and I think by the time, like, when you know someone's ending a video, you're like, yep, out, you know? Like, I'll always miss the last, maybe, depending how big the video is, 5% of it, because they're like, alright, thanks for watching, and I'm like, yep, all good. I suppose, I just assume you guys kind of do the same thing. Alright, so potion of strength, I hear a blaze, so that's gonna be fun. I might turn down my game sounds to 30, I see you coming up on me, buddy. Yeah, this is just, it's gonna be quite dangerous. It always is. Oh, I forgot to bring cobblestone. I feel like I have some on the other side of this portal, because I did have a heap in my ender chest, but then I took it out because it was getting annoying. Hey, buddy. Alright, so we have one stack of cobblestone. I also got another wither skull. That was actually during my live stream, I believe. And as you can see, I'm stacking the quartz ore because we'll fortune pickaxe that, and then we'll have a bajillion, andesite to make our pathway, andesite, and that'll be quite great. Now, the pathway is 3 wide here. The one I actually make to the thing will be 1 wide just for now, but I will make it 3 wide because if there is the area, which I believe it's I hear one of them. There we go. Oh, hey, buddy. My internet might drop off and on because I'm actually using Dropbox right now, and that could start randomly uploading or downloading because I've been using it quite often because Christmas was the other day, and being 21 years old, nearly 22, I get a bit of cash. I used to actually get more when I was younger. It's more of a, you know, I'm too old for it, but some relatives will still give me stuff, and I'm very thankful for that because it's very nice. Anyway, I actually used the money I got to buy a new laptop. Now, most of the money actually just came out of my pocket, and I've actually wanted a laptop for quite some time now because, as you guys know, I've set up my computer in its own room, and it's kind of like an office, and it's like, whenever I'm in it, I feel like, alright, time to record. But sometimes, like, I just want to do, like, relax server work, maybe just monitor the server, just play Minecraft in general. So, I actually bought a laptop. It was $1,400. I went way over the budget I put for, like, I initially planned on spending, but I was like, you know, I don't want an older laptop that can't handle the things I need it for, because that seems kind of pointless, you know? So, I ended up upgrading it, and yeah, I just, like, the other day, I think it was actually maybe this morning, I asked you guys what did you guys get for Christmas, and it's actually probably one of my favorite things to do. Like, every year on my birthday, I ask what you guys got for your birthday in the same year, and I don't know, I enjoy seeing, like, other people's lives and what they get, which sounds just a tad creepy, but, you know. And yeah, how was your Christmases as well? Because my Christmas was very different to previous Christmases, but probably one of my most favorite because I was the adult and I just sat back and watched all, like, my cousins and nieces and nephews and all that getting their presents. I believe that's correct terminology. And it was just actually, I don't have nieces and nephews. That's really dumb of me. I have cousins, yeah, because I'm the oldest of my siblings. Anyway, so yeah, it was very nice just to see like them smile, and like it was very family based. I actually saw a large amount of my family, which I actually quite have quite the big family, so I usually don't actually get to see them all. But I did get a large proportion of them visited. Well, I went and visited them because obviously. Oh, I feel like. Hey, why is there torches here? Did I just place these torches? Oh yeah, I did. Oh, I just did a 180-degree turn and thought I came from that way. But yeah, this actually looks like the correct area here. So that's exciting. It would actually be really nice to have two side by side because it would be the most efficient. But, see, this has the box around the top. Now, I just don't know if that's the correct design because basically I think it has to be 16 blocks, and I got strength potion, so it'll kill him because I'll one-shot him. I feel like it has to be 17 blocks between it, or 16, but I can give it a recount just to be sure. And then once we have that, that's where we can mark off, and yeah, I don't know whether I just not want to deal with it at all, or if I want to I'll block it off, because as you guys know, I like to have it, like, what if there's another one really close? I'd like to have a double blaze spawner, even though I'll probably never use it. Alright, so what's over on this way? Nothing. Ooh, I hear ooh, I hear more blazes too. Wonderful. There might actually be like an area above us. We didn't go. Alright, well, there's where that blaze was. Let's go up here. I gotta be careful with the skeletons. Even though I am prepped, I do have a potion of regeneration and fire resistance, which, oh, another one. Wonderful. Well, not really wonderful. I'm not too into it. Oh, he scared me because I'm so used to them being hostile at me. Oh, swerve, swerve. Oh, all right. Just really want to assess and make sure I get the correct area. Anyway, I do have more chit-chatting to do, so I will get to I have a little topic list because it's like, you know what? I want to come into this. If I'm going to be doing a lot of adventuring, I do want to have things on my mind to speak about. And I want to speak about my Optus adventure, which some of you have heard, because I've told a few of you, as well as some. Ooh, I love me some chests. Oh, I don't really like that chest. Alright, let's just break it, because it makes it easier to remember what ones I've visited and what ones I have not. So yeah, recently my internet's been a bit not on the great side, so I called up my provider, which is Optus. I probably shouldn't have named them just because it seems like I'm naming and shaming, but you know, after I finish my story, it does have a happy ending, so sorry to spoil it for you guys. But yeah, so I called them up and I was like, hey, so my internet's been messing up, and I call them up like once every 1 to 2 months to come have a look at my internet and send a technician down, and they do the exact same freaking thing every single time. And it's like, they do it so often that I know how to do it myself. The techie could come down and give me his tools, and I'd be like, yep, just do this, this, and this, and have it done. So I call up and I get this really cool guy called Hoy or Hugh, I can't remember. I think it was Hoy because I asked how to pronounce it when he texted me the date and time that I would be getting a technician. And I explained my situation. I'm like, listen, so the same thing happens every time. You guys come here, the internet's not playing up at the same time you're here, or the internet does play up and then you reset it and it fixes, and then not too long later it messes up. So he's like, oh, I can see that. I see you restart your internet a lot. You must be having something else as an issue. And he looks through my computer, like what I've got changed and what I've got upgraded, and he's like, the only thing you haven't really changed is your modem in a while, and it's actually a older model that we don't even send out anymore. So he's like, boom, I'll give you the hookup. And he's like, I'll get you a new modem. And I'm like, alright, is there any way I can get it sooner? Because obviously I use the internet a lot and I need the internet. And he's like, yeah, I can actually get a technician to come down and install it, and they can come tomorrow. So the technician comes down, and I'm like, oh, by the way, with the technician, there was meant to be like an extra charge, but because he saw that it wasn't really my fault, he spoke to his manager and got that charge waived. He wrote down all this information about how I should be getting a new modem. So the techie comes and he goes and does the usual crap, and I'm like, well, the guy said I was actually getting a new modem. And he was like getting riled up because I'm like telling him basically what to do, which I get why he'd get riled up. But I'm also not lying to him. I'm not just being a jerk off. And he was like, I don't know, he was getting a bit worked up with me. And I'm like, I need a new modem. And he's like, no. And he checked my speeds, which he was such a soft cock. I'm going to be getting a bit worked up throughout this story. He didn't even know the freaking website to check the speeds. So, like, honestly, I could have legitimately done his job better. He was going to Optus Go or something when you meant to go to speedtest.optus.sydney or some crap. I actually remember it. I just right now I don't, because obviously I'm speaking, which I've explained in the past. It's hard to speak and do. But yeah, so... Oh, he tested and he's like, oh, it looks fine to me. And I'm like, yeah, but it's going to mess up. And that's why I asked the guy, can I get a new modem? And he said I should have a new modem. And yeah, so the guy denies it. And he's like, is there anything else I can help you with? I'm like, no, I'm just going to call up you guys up right after you leave. And he makes me sign this little thing to say he was there. That was a mistake. He lured me. He put 10K out in the wilderness and lured me. So, second call to Optus, I call up and I'm like, listen, I explain my situation, what I just explained to you guys, and he's like, yes, I see in your logs that you should have got a new modem, and I will get back to you in a second. I'm just going to put you on hold. And I'm like, oh, sick, he's going to send a new technician out straight away. Puts me on, didn't even put me on hold, kind of just stops. Ooh, didn't know they could actually get armor, which is pretty cool. Alright, so I'm not sure if... Alright, that's the blaze spawner, I think. Not sure if I found any of the areas, and I definitely want to make sure I'm, like, working in the correct area. So there's this one here, and then this... Oh! This one might actually be perfect between here and here. So we need to do this in the center. This will mark out the, 2 pad-like areas. Wonderful. And then there should be 17 blocks in between, which I do not actually have 17 blocks. I have 16 blocks, so... We will have a look, see if it's 16. If it's 16, I'll count the other one. Oh, alright, 16. So let me see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Wonderful. So this is the correct area. So we need to clear this area out, and I need to actually watch more of this guide, which, by the way, I will be sure to link down below, because I like to link out guides. The guide is done by... Droid Freak 36. I basically just googled with a skeleton spawner. I'm not sure if I'll actually use his design for the spawner, but I'm pretty confident I will use his design for like the space to make the spawner, because he seems very efficient and it's not outrageously big, which I've seen ones that are outrageously big and I'm honestly not a fan of them. So I'm going to watch a bit more of that, and then I'll continue my story on from the helpful guy putting me on hold. Okay guys, so we need to mine out 8 blocks in each direction from the from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and then we can block this off here, and then we basically dig all this way to the other side of it, and that'll be pretty awesome. Very excited to see how this works, and I'm hoping I do it right, because this is definitely the first time I've done something like this, and honestly, it's a bit worrying, because like it's gonna be producing things that can kill me. Wither skeletons are a big threat, especially in hardcore, because, you know, they wither at you, which I have my potions, and it makes me feel confident, but still obviously a bit worrying. Anyway, so the helpful guy puts me on some weird fake hold and then suddenly hangs up. So at one point I swear I heard him say, I'll call you back. But then he put me on this fake hold. So wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. So I was a bit confused, but I was like, you know what? I kind of feel like I heard him say that he was going to put me on hold, so I'll call back in an hour. So I wait an hour and get no call, so I call back. And then I get a different person. Now, this person is not as helpful. He's the dick face of the group. He was probably the worst person I spoke to on the phone. Most of them were extremely helpful, which I'm very thankful for. We should probably have 4 of these. And then we'll drop that on the ground, get all that there. Alright, so, I should probably go over my computer, my new laptop specs too. I feel like you guys would want to know that as well. It's pretty good. I'll get to that hopefully at the end of this. If not, leave a comment and I will hopefully bring it up in the next video. Which is exciting. Next video I believe is world downloads. So you guys always love the world downloads. Anyway, so I call up this next guy and he basically just denies everything. He's like, there's no history from the previous guy, which basically means the previous guy was a bit of a dick too, because he would have just not logged any of our call, even though he had the call, you know? But I was like, alright, I'm gonna start abusing this guy, because I've called up enough. I wasn't too abusive, you know? I was rude to the techie, and that's because he thought he knew more than me, even though I knew, well, not even that, it's more because he was being a dick to me, so I was gonna be a dick back, but I wasn't rude to him. But this guy I was getting a bit rude with, and I apologize, because, you know, it's not his fault, but it's also, he's a part of the company and a part of the reason that the communication was so bad. Ideally, you know what would be awesome? If when you called, they just, 1 second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So this, whoa, shit, what's shooting me? Why can't I see what's shooting me? That's just a tad worrying. But yeah, so if the company actually, like, had better communication between it, I don't know why one of these things is shooting me, because I can't see it. Yeah, if the company had better communication, you know, that might actually, like, really step up their quality of service and all that. And, like, imagine you call up and you get the same person every time. That person's gonna, like, have a base knowledge of your deal, and you're not gonna have to kind of keep explaining the same shit over and over and over and over. But yeah, so I speak into this guy, and I'm like, alright, this is it. I've had enough. I've abused this guy enough. He's not listening to me at all. He just keeps saying there's no issue with your internet. And you know how I mentioned before that I signed that thingy? He's like, we sent a technician down. They checked your internet. They said it was fine. And I'm like, yeah, but they didn't do what the other person said. And he's like, there's no memory of that. And I'm like, alright, go listen to the recording, because all calls are recorded. And he goes and does that, and he's like, yes, but I can't because you signed the thing for the technician. So I kind of got scammed by the asshat technician, and I blame him about 80% for my issues. So I'm like, alright, give us your manager. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I feel sorry for the people listening to this, and I'm like, and then I'll stop and be like, building. Anyway, so I'm like, yeah, give me your manager, and he's like, alright, I can set, they're not currently in right now, but I can email them for you, which he was, I don't think he was like, I didn't say it in a dick way, like I was reporting him. I was more like reporting the situation, and he knew I wanted to speak to someone with like more knowledge, I suppose. So that guy handled my aggressiveness well, but he also wasn't very helpful, considering there was an issue and it wasn't going away, you know, he wasn't helping fix my issue. So basically, I'm like, alright, thanks, and he's like, is there any other way I can help you? I hung up on him because at this point I was pretty annoyed, and then, so I'm waiting for a call from the manager. This is where I take my time and think it's a great idea to go abuse them on Twitter. That went pretty efficiently. I did get response, and like, you know, oddly, like, I'm not the kind of person that thinks like negativity will get you a response. But this is the only time it's actually ever worked for me, because I wasn't getting taken serious until I was legitimately pissed off at them. And it was like, you know, the person on Twitter and most of the people I interacted with, it's not their fault, but they're the only people that I can contact. So anyway, I get this call and I'm like, hello, and then it's a recognizable voice. My main man, Hugh, whatever he is, actually saw the number and noticed it was me, and was like, oh yeah, I'll deal with this. And yeah, so he's like, oh, sorry, it didn't go well. I tried my hardest to get you the modem earlier. And I'm like, no, all good. I shouldn't have been greedy and wanted it earlier. I'm a regular customer, blah, 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 blah. And he's like, yep, I'll get you the modem sent to you. And it actually came really early. It came the day before Christmas. So it was only like one business day, I suppose, or something. It really came quickly. So I'd probably, if I wasn't being greedy and wanting my modem quicker, I probably would have got it quicker anyway, you know. But yeah, so he got it sent to me, all fees waived, all issues apologized for. I apologized to the guy on Twitter because it wasn't his fault. Scott was very nice at handling my situation though. He was like, if you want to report it in bigger text format. What is going on with these blazers, honestly? Alright, let's continue filling this in. So yeah, if you for some reason don't know what I'm making, it's basically going to spawn all the mobs that spawn in a Nether fortress and then kill them instantly. It will kill all of them instantly but the wither skeletons. Then it will allow me to do that with a looting 3 sword, which will whatever sword I want really, but that will help me get wither skeleton heads, and then I can go and get all of the beacons, and that's definitely something I want. I want a lot more beacons in my build. Alright, let's go and do this outer part here. So this should be 19 by 19. I'm debating counting it, but I just hate counting in my videos. Alright, so these guys are actually coming from over here. Let's go and do this. There's ones over there as well. Oh, I see him firing up at me. Look at him. Look at him getting... Oh! Boop! That was a great shot, actually. Alright, so let's see this, I suppose. I'll count it. Run this to the wall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So the inner side is 19, which is what we want. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Wonderful. So that sizing is correct. Now we need to do the same on this side, which should be, how many do, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So is it using the same line maybe? But in the picture, like in the previous one, like the video, it looks as if it uses its own... Wait. Alright, so the areas, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So the areas press... Oh, piss off! The mobbers make this so hard to do, you know? It's just like, they're really... Like, look at this one! Alright, I'm fire resistance potion. That'll make it easy. Last 8 minutes anyway, and that's actually quite helpful. See, I feel like I've done the wrong thing now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Alright, so they seem to be pressed up to each other directly. I'm not sure because I'm confusing myself with all this counting. So I'll do my counting and then I'll continue the story on to more bullshit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then wall. Oh, actually I did that wall to there. The wall should be, I believe. I'll give it a recount since I screwed up my counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So that's correct. Now we can dig that all the way. Oh, God. I was really hoping this would all be in one closed off area because I actually think it will be easier to, like, deal with, you know, because there's two ways you can go about it. You can go and slab off the area or you can dig out the whole area. And I think this gives me both options and then I can decide what I want to do. What do you guys think should I do? Should I dig out this whole, like, area where mobs can spawn? And that will mean it's super efficient. Or should I slab it off and I might miss some? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wall goes here. Wonderful. Anyway, so the next day when the modem arrived, I needed to install it. Took about 4 seconds to do because obviously it's a very simple thing. For anyone with computer knowledge, I understand some things like simple things on computers can be hard for people doing it their first time. That's really life, you know, like... So, my car is really loud, which often makes police pull me over and give me defects, which if you don't know what they are, basically they say my car's illegal and I need to fix whatever issue it is. So I need to fix the loudness. The first time I did that, it took like 2 hours maybe to switch over my exhaust, which is the reason it's so loud, is I've got a custom huge thick exhaust thingy, which I feel like there's going to be weird sex references there. Anyway, and yeah, it took like 2 hours with a friend. Now I can do it in 30 minutes alone, just because I've gotten used to it, you know. I've done it 3 times so far, actually 3 times because the police made me, and a few other times because I was just wanting to not drive a super loud car or my own reasons, you know. Anyway, so yeah, the day I got the modem, I set it up. It's a monster. The technician guy from the first person I dealt with, no, after Hoy, like the first person sent to come actually, that was meant to install the modem, he's trying to tell me that the new modem is just a different brand and it's not actually better. Looking at it, it visually looks better. So far from using it, I'm not sure if it's that thing where, you know, you start using something and you just feel like you're noticing differences. But it seems like a stronger signal. My speeds are actually about the same, probably actually a little slower, but the signal seems stronger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. Anyway, so I get the new modem and I call up to activate it, and the guy activates it for me. It all seems like it's going well. Then I start using it. I'm like, holy shit, my internet's gone to crap. It's going, I had like 0.2 upload, 0.4 download, which is outrageously slow. And I'm like, nah, this can't be normal. If this is what my internet's gonna be now, I'm gonna plug in the old modem and just do that, because this is outrageously bad. Anyway, then I call up, and this is where I probably got another bad guy at the provider that doesn't really do what I want them to do. Like, so I call up. I've called up a total of six times so far, I believe. And this guy's like, you don't have enough information to use the account because the internet's in my mum's account name. So, like, I'm basically a secondary on that account. And because I, like, run it all, basically. I make sure everything's running fine, making sure we're not getting jibbed like we were about to be. Anyway, so he's like, oh, well, you can log into the account on the website if you have the information. Kind of making it sound like I was lying and trying to, like, steal information or something. So I was a bit annoyed with that. Anyway, so I'm like, yeah, whatever. I take about an hour to load up this website with this horrible internet. And it says I only have 150 gig usage. But I was so certain that I had 500 gig usage. And I call up again and I'm like, listen, got a different guy, that's why I called up. If they don't do what you want them to do, and they've done it in the past, a lot of the time just calling back will get the issue solved, because you'll get someone with more experience, you know. And like, I must have got someone with not much experience, and he basically thought I was just a gibber because I couldn't provide every single bit of information. Like, the account's like 8 years old. Obviously I'm not going to be able to provide like some pin code we picked back then, like, that I didn't even pick, you know. It was, yeah. Anyway, so, wow, this is starting to look pretty awesome, to be honest. We'll dig this one down over here. This is going to be great. I don't know what height I need to dig. This is why I get attacked by them, because they walk in front of you. Anyway, so, yeah, I call up again, and the guy's like, oh, wow, yeah, you, at the start, he seemed like he didn't believe me. And I get it, because straight away, I'm like, yeah, my plan's actually been lowered. And then he's like, yeah, and so I explained the whole situation to him, and then he's like, alright, I'll look on my end. And, like, at the start, I must admit, that guy seemed like he was being a bit, you know, denying the fact that I was, like, lying. He thought I was lying or something. But then after that, he was great. He was like, yeah, I'm so sorry for the situation, and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no, it's alright, because, you know, I had dealt with my amount of crap from the company that, like, this was just something small to get fixed. So, I got my plan put back up to 500 gig, which is their version of unlimited. I'm pretty sure all unlimiteds have a limit, and, like, I was speaking to my family about it on Christmas, and they were annoying me because they're like, it's unlimited, it just goes really slow once you're capped. And I'm like, the whole point of unlimited is that you don't get capped, you know. There's never been a point where they turn it off on you, you know, at least that I know of, and from my experience using the internet. Anyway, so that's my Optus story. Like I said, happy ending, just it took a while to get there. Very excited for this spawn. I wonder what I should probably make it out of nether brick, just because I like it to suit the nether. But then again, there's a lot of new bricks we can use. I would like to use prismarine, but we actually haven't fought the guardian boss yet, which I have no clue how to do. So what I actually might do tomorrow, actually today as you see this, I might live stream at some point with a buddy, and we'll just play through Minecraft and do the wither, dragon, and the guardian boss, and we'll just like start up a private world, you know, and I think that'll go pretty well. Alright, let's go and kill this guy, and then I will speak about my little experience with the hobbit, because, oh, he got way too close. I really want to get another skull, to be honest, because, you know, I'm getting there, and I'm excited to be doing it again. Alright, so I don't want to dig down anymore, because in the guide he mentions that, where, like, you have to put the spawning pads right below a certain point. Now, if I dig down now, I might lose count of where that point is, because you're meant to take note of the ground point here. But this was a successful mission, I must say. Only issue is, I have no clue how to get out of here. Like, I need to, what we'll do is we'll go and stand here. We'll take a screenshot of our coordinates, and then I'm going to find my way back, which I actually earlier, when I first started looking for this fortress, I took a screenshot of the nether coordinates, so I should be pretty good to find the way back to spawn. And then I'll make the pathway go straight there because, oh crap. Yeah, because that seems like annoying. But yeah, today I saw The Hobbit. I won't really do any spoilers. If you don't want any information on it, I'd recommend closing out this video now. If you're new, feel free to subscribe to my channel, leave a like and a comment, as it's greatly appreciated. But yeah, I saw The Hobbit Part 3. I really enjoyed it. I'm going to search for the way out while I speak about this. Just because I feel like that will give you guys something to watch. This was such a chat. I knew it would be a chatty episode, but I really, you know, sometimes this stuff builds up, but I never know how to do this. Like, this is the kind of content that would be great for a vlog, but I'm just so much of a pussy. And I also want to get a GoPro to vlog. Or some kind of proper vlogging camera, you know, nothing just like me using my shitty freaking webcam. Well, it's not shit. Like, Crystal bought it for me a while ago, before we lived together, for us to be able to Skype chat. But yeah, like, technology outdates so quickly, as you guys know. So yeah, that didn't last very long, visually wise, that it would look good. And she actually got it for me like many years ago. Anyway, so that's not the point. The Hobbit was great, really enjoyed it. Very different pace, firstly. It went really, like, it was just like not, in the previous ones I found like at some points I'd be like, alright, can't wait for the next big thing to happen. But this one, it seemed like it was just progressing a lot faster. It actually seemed shorter. I'm not sure if that's true, but it did seem like a shorter episode or series or whatever you want to call it. So that was different, you know. And then there was also the tone was very different, you know, like things were just, I don't want to say too much because obviously, like I said, I want to do light spoilers, but it was different, and I liked that because, you know, they all kind of had the same feel and theme to. Oh, wonderful! Actually get to search more of this, which is very exciting. Yeah, it was just nice to have that different feel to it, and like it went a different way to, I suppose, what were usual and what you would probably expect, which was nice. I liked that as well. And yeah, it was just really nice. I actually got Hoyt's like loyalty, or no, Hoyt's like gift card for Christmas, and I was like, sick, gonna use. I like Hoyt's. So I usually see my movies at a shopping center called Chadstone, but ooh, I'm going to pillar across from these because I believe this is that area that I first walked into. So like, I joined up here, I believe. So here, is this where I popped in? Crap, I thought this was where I popped. Oh, it might be. I feel like I popped in through the floor here, but I don't see where I popped in, so that may be wrong. Let's go down here. And maybe off in the... Oh, it's so here. It is so possibly here, maybe. Oh, there it is, wonderful. So I need to make, I might go get some more cobblestone and use that as kind of a marker to mark my way here, just so that I can get here a lot quicker. Open this up a bit, and this is actually pretty cool. I also might line this pathway up right here, so like have the cobblestone line up here. So I'm gonna have to break the cobblestone that we have there, but it'll be alright because it will end up looking nicer. Anyway, so that's it for this episode. Thank you all very much for watching. I feel like I was mentioning like, oh yeah. So I usually went to Hoyt's at a shopping center called Chadstone, and that is getting work done to it. So I currently have to go to Village, which is in Southland, which is probably the next closest to me. And yeah, because I got the Hoyt's royalty card, Hoyt's gift card, I had to find another Hoyt's, and there's actually one decently close. It's about as close as Chadstone, and I figured I would go there. And I actually got stuck in the car park, like because we went there at 6 o'clock, and when we left it was like 9 o'clock. The car park had been closed, the lower levels of it, and I'm like, holy shit, how do I get to the car? Oh god, this isn't, wait, do I have strength? Alright, let's just mow through these guys. The last thing I want is the zombie pigment to be angry at me while I'm about to print this plate. Oh, I fell off there before, earlier today too. Oh, there we go. Wonderful. Let's kill you, and we're on our way out, guys. Anyway, so the car got locked in there, so I had to go all the way to the account center management, which is basically where you go and ask questions if there's like, for example, your car gets a ticket or something. So I go all the way there, like it's on the other side of the building, up to the highest point of the building, and it's shut. So there's a number to call on there. I call that number and the guy says, oh yeah, there's elevators so you can get to your car, and then you just drive all the way to the top level and go all the way back down and you can get out. So I felt really stupid because I basically walked back and forth like 5 times just to get my car out. But it was quite a fun adventure, you know? It was just something like I didn't expect it, and I expected it to go worse. That's the thing that made it a fun adventure. I expected to go... I'm going the right way. Yeah, I saw the beacon. I was like, I'm going the right way, but it just feels like I can't see anything. Oh, I was also going to start this episode off. I was going to build like fake terrain and then be in the Nether and make it look like we died and I had to start again. I was going to use all my experience, have all my tools up here so that you guys saw that I had a clear inventory. But yeah, then I was like, you know, that would have taken a while to make, and then it would have been like a 2-second laugh. But I might do it in a future episode, so some of you will know, some of you won't. I'll pull it off so you guys are like, oh no, he died. Anyway, so yeah, I was a bit worried my car would get like impounded or maybe a fine, or I would have to come back the next day, so I'd have to catch a cab home. But yeah, it all went pretty well, and that's it for this video. I'm actually ending it now. Thank you all so freaking much for watching. Sorry if you didn't like this episode style. I used to actually do this every few episodes, you know? I'd go on adventures and I'd just have so much shit to talk about. But the thing is, I feel like we got a lot done still. Probably more than a usual episode. We did some adventuring, made a nice, like... That, the stronghold is actually... No, the Nether Fortress is actually quite close to us, which I'm really happy about. Anyway, thank you all very much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and a comment, as it's greatly appreciated. And if you're new, feel free to subscribe. Bye, guys!